a few days since I've been live. I do apologise for that. But I thought it's a Friday night. Most of you are probably off going partying this weekend. So I thought I'd join in the trend and do a fancy eye look and just some tips on what works for me to keep my makeup sweat proof. Oh yes, the dreaded sweat of dancing like a crazy loon. Those were my days anyway. So I'm using 3 drops of the Serum Plus foundation. Now what's great about this, why can't I find one that I've got there? What's great about this is, that's prime and set. I'll be using that again. What's great about this is it stays in position, and it really is. It's smudge proof, it's transfer resistant, it's not going anywhere. It's also sweat proof, which, like I said, I used to sweat like mad partying like a loon, you know. I know times have changed, but some of you might agree. Partying ends up sweaty, going outside every 5 minutes to cool down because you're too busy dancing away. So that's why I'm using this foundation. What's great about it, it's also buildable, so I'm just going to show you briefly on that one. You can see I've still got a bit of a dark circle under my eyes, so I'm going to add 2 more drops to that, and then I'm literally just going to and like that, it's pretty much gone, the dark circles. Got to get this oxygen back on. But I am going to use concealer. What I love about this concealer, 2 seconds. What I love about this concealer is it doesn't sink, like some concealers you get, or all the ones I've tried anyway, they don't just, it might be just me, but I've got like little fine lines. And I found even with the dark circles, after a couple of hours, they just completely, like, really illuminated these lines because the concealer would all make lines. And it just did not work for me. This concealer doesn't do that. It blurs lines and it literally covers so well. Now, I love using this brush. Obviously, the applicator itself is a brush, so you can use that, but I just love using this a bit more, and this is the way I put my concealer on, because I like to be quick and easy, and this just works for me. Sometimes I'll put the concealer on first, depends how dark my under eyes are, and then what I do is, this brush is brilliant. So it's a powder / concealer brush, but if you use the other end, which is supposed to be for powder, and just gently stroke over where you've put your concealer, and it literally just gets rid of all the little brush marks, and it really just helps it blend in better, in literally just gentle marks. It just helps it blend in better into your foundation, which is why I like to put it on second. So that's that. So I'm going to use the setting spray a couple of times, just because, like I said, me when I used to party, I used to be like, you know, party, and I'd be sweating a lot, so I want the extra setting. So I'm going to put that on just now, but then I'm going to put it on again in a different way. So that's what I'm going to do. So if all of you girls are like getting ready at your friends' houses and don't want to be taking loads of makeup, I get you. So I'm going to use the all-in-one kind of palette. It's got a lippy, it's got a blusher, bronzer and a highlighter, and you can also use them as eyeshadows. So I'm going to start with the bronzer and the all-in-one brush. Now let me just quickly show you this. you've got the bronzer, the blusher and the highlighter in this, or you can use that one as a highlighter or eyeshadow, that one as an eyeshadow, and then you've got your lippy. And what's great about the lippy that's in there, it is a lip gloss, but it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, I've had this stored upside down, it does not budge. It's, you literally got to scoop it out. It's so thick, the formula, and it's brilliant. So I'm going to start with the bronzer, and I'm literally just going to go like that. So it's just on the side. I'm going to go from the tip of my ear to the corner of my mouth, leaving a 2-finger gap. So I'm just going to go doot, and then I'm going to blend it in. I don't know if you can hear that, but someone's trying to video call me. So I do apologise. So I'm going to do the same again, this side. And then just the extra either side of my nose, and then again blend it in. So when you put in your bronzer and your blusher on and everything, it depends on your face shape on where you put it. For me, this is the best way to put it. And a little tip is as well, is I use the lip brush, pick up a bit of the bronzer and just go just above my lip line here, like that. I know that looks weird. And it looks like I've got a fuller lip, even though I have got pretty full lips because I've got the lip filler in. So yeah, so that works great. So then I'm going to take the blusher, same brush without cleaning it, a couple of dabs, and then I'm just going to go just above the bronzer in like sort of like a C or a J, sideways J sort of shape, if that makes sense. So I am gonna be doing a party look eyeshadow, so please stay tuned. And then I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush or highlighter brush to put my highlighter on with, just because I don't need as much, because this Serum Plus and the BB cream has got like a highlighter, and my skincare that I'm using is all kind of highlighted ingredients, so I don't need much. And I'm just going to put that just above the bronzer and the blusher there, like that. So now I'm going to go to the eyeshadows. Now for the eyeshadows, I decided I'm going to use palette 6. So these are the shades that we've got. My palette 6 is falling apart because I dropped in a load of collagen, and yeah, it didn't like the collagen stickiness. So we're going to have fun with this one. It's the products are fine, it's just the case is a bit minging, to be honest, but all the newer eyeshadow palettes that we have are like this, but I just thought this one has the nicest colours, with the metallic-y sort of shades, that will really do a really nice look. Now the brushes I'm using, I am using the blending brush, I am using the crease shadow brush, I am using the angled shadow brush, and I am using the fluffy brush. Fluffy crease brush. So I'm going to start with the little one, which is the crease brush. And I'm going to go in with the brown. If you're like me and you've got a bit of hooded eye is basically when you open your eye, this part of your eye kind of covers your eyeshadow. So you want to look down into a mirror, and I'm aiming to go all just above. So you can see when I look at you, you can still see the colour. So I'm going to pick some more up, and then I'm going to carry on. So I'm going to blend it right out into a little V on the corner here. and blend it right over, or just above that line. So this is all makeup tips that I've picked up over the years. So I'm going to do the same this side. Look down into a mirror, just above that line, and again into a bit of a V. And just blend it over. Like that. So you can see it's all over like that. So that's that one. And then I'm just going to get the blending brush and just soften out the outer side, so it blends just a bit nicer into my natural makeup. And then I'm going to pick up the fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to go in with this gorgeous like red auburn, I can't even remember what colour it's called, but it's really, really dark. And then I'm just going to go and pat that on, not getting too close to the corner of my eye, leaving that little bit of brown and just patting it on my actual eyelid and not any higher. So can you see that? So I'm going to do the same this side, not too close to the corner of your eye, just pat it on into that crease, but just leaving that little bit of brown, so just on your eyelid, so you're leaving that little bit of brown on the outer side. Again, picking up the blending brush, and I'm just going to soften where it matches, just slightly, like that. And then I'm going to use the other side of the crease brush, and I'm going to pick up this gorgeous pink in the middle, and then I'm going to go closer to the corner of my eye and dabbing it over just enough to make a nice blend. Just enough to make a nice blend like that. And then I'm going to pick up this one like that, and I'm going to pick up the highlighted pink, really pale pink, and I'm going to pick up quite a bit of that. And the reason why I'm using this one is because the angle of it, I don't know if you can see, it's angled. So then I'm just going to go and pop that right in the corner. Making it a nice little shine in the corner. And again, this side. Bit more. And then just blending it a little bit up over the rest of the colours. So I don't know if you can see that very well. So there we go. Blending brush underneath there slightly. Yeah, so that's me happy with that. So that's why I love this, because I can use such a range of these colours, and look how thick it is. You've got all these colours for such a long time, and they're so versatile. You can use day and night look with this. So that is my glam sort of eyeshadow look that I'm doing today. And then I'm just going to grab the the eyebrow palette and just draw in my eyebrow like that. Bring the back to life. If you're not very good at doing this, like shaky or anything like that, lean on something is a really good tip. I used to do that, and then obviously practice ends up, you don't need to lean anymore, which is brilliant. So I'm just working that product through and just bringing my brows back to life so they're not stuck to me. Right, and then obviously, of course, I'm going to do the Quadra. Now, the Quadra isn't actually waterproof. However, it is cold water proof. So unless you've got hot water and you're going like this, the Quadra's not going anywhere, which is brilliant. So especially, like I said, when I used to go out partying, I'd be sweating like mad. This stays in place. It's got two ends. So you've got the top bit there, you use second. That's to separate your lashes. Lashes? That's a funny word. Okay, anyway. And then I'm just going to use the other side, the little bristly side. Now this grows your lashes while you wear it. It protects them. You're giving them a primer, which is protecting them and helping you get longer lashes. And it's also got special tubing formula, which tubes over your lashes. For some reason I can't say the word lash with an ES at the end, so do forgive me. And if you use it every day, like almost like as if it's your skincare, use it every day like that, it literally grows them over 90 days or more into really long lashes. If you don't believe me, check my stories at the growth that I've had in just 52 days. It's incredible. So I can never get to the little ones in the end with most mascaras, but this one is, the brush isn't too big, it gets into the corners and it doesn't mess up your whole face with makeup, which is just brilliant. So like my go-to mascara before this was the Twisted, because it had that little brush, which meant I wasn't making a mess. So I'm just doing a second coat now. But I'll be honest with you, I used the waterproof Epic, which we no longer do, and I was trying to get it off, you know, like you do with your fingers when you're in bed. Bad, I know, I should have been using skincare and taking it all off, but I was feeling tired, so I didn't. And then obviously plucked out about 8 lashes all at the corner of my eye. I was not happy because now it just, there's no hair for it to grow, which makes it hard to put any mascara on and have it even. So now I'm going to twist it around to the gappy side just to separate all these lashes, making them all beautiful. And so much product on the brush, you don't need to keep dipping it every 5 minutes. So you can see this side, it has really grown. This side, like I said, I'm missing like 6 or so this side, but even this side has grown quite a lot. So they don't match up, so I'm hoping I'm gonna just like match up eventually, so we'll see. Now, I did say I'll be using the setting spray again. This is where I'm using it, but I'm using it different. It's a mist, however, the best way is either a powder, but I do love this mist because it's prime and set, and I use the powder brush, and I just spray a couple of spritz, and then this makes it all actually stick to you. And that is me done. Obviously I will add a lippy. and I'm going to put a gloss over it. So this lippy is liquid lipstick. It's 10-hour wear. I love it. This is my favourite shade, and it's Love You Latte, I believe. No, Dirty Chai or something like that, I think it is. I'd have to check in a second. Once it dries, it does not go anywhere. So let me just double check which one's this one's called. Yeah, Love You Latte. So that is me done, and I'm happy with my makeup like this. But I'm going to leave this now to dry just for a second while I remember where I've put that. Where have I put that? There, sorry. So I'm going to put this all in one brush, which I can only find half of. There it is. I'm going to get the lippy brush out of the all-in-one brush. So once this dries, it stays on for 10 hours or more, and it's transfer resistant, waterproof, it is smudge proof once it's dried. So I'm going to, like I said, this lip gloss is so thick you've literally got to scoop it out. It's also got a mirror on the top there, and then I'm just going to go like that. So I'm leaving the edge to the side, almost like a lip liner. Like that. So I look like I've got a bit of a lip liner on, and I've got a bit of gloss and a bit of shine, and I'm happy with that. So that is my Friday night or Saturday night party look that I would do if I was going to go clubbing or do something with the girls. This is what I would look like, and this is the end result. So if you are interested, these products, some are coming up on sale, not telling you what, and there are lots of deals and bundles available. Please keep an eye on my stories, because there is so much to come this year. Honestly, you want to keep an eye out on my stories, because that's the first place I'm sharing everything. Okay, love you lots. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye for now.